Hi, I'm Claudette, and this is Esme, and I'm very proud to say I'm one of the board members for Fresh Chefs. We wore our masks today and our gloves, and we're just hoping that you would all please remember to wear your masks. It's so important. We want everyone to stay healthy. And on that note, we have a beautiful array of vegetables today that we're going to cook up for you, give you another recipe, give you some more fresh ideas. There's some lovely bread we're going to make with sort of like a bruschetta, but toasted with some rubbed garlic and some olive oil that will be in the box. We're planning on making a ratatouille as well as a salad with...
I'm going to make the salad with cucumbers, radishes, and a little bit of lemon salt. So it's super simple, but it's easy to make and it tastes really good.
So we'll start now, and I'm going to slice this beautiful sourdough bread. And we'll go ahead and place these here.
And I'm going to start by grating these radishes, but I've got it. Can you hand me the knife right there? Sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to start by grating these radishes.
This is a mandolin, but you can also use a knife.
Okay.
Which is easier too. So we'll use both. So let me grab that oil. So now we have garlic clove. All you need to do is what I did is this is the garlic head. I took a little bit of one garlic clove off. If you smash it, it will pull out all the oils and the elements that you need. And then put it on the fork and just rub. Rub. So it's going to be garlicky, but not too garlicky. And then what we'll do is, we'll go ahead and put some olive oil with this. Sprinkle a little olive oil on there. This one. And don't throw away the garlic because you're going to use it later. So you always need garlic. It's good for the blood, good for health. If you're ever feeling a little down, garlic's your answer. Okay, so we're going to put that in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes, and then check it, see if it's a little crispy, because we want it nice and crispy and crunchy. This will be on the side for the ratatouille. Okay, now we have, speaking of ratatouille, we have tomatoes, we have squash, we have eggplants, some onion, we have some beautiful basil, and then we have some garlic chives. And so now Esme's cutting the cucumber for the salad that will go with the radish. Really you need just maybe 3 good-sized radishes, depending on how many people. We have 1 cucumber, and I think we used 3 radishes in this.
It was 2.
Oh, 2, because they were big.
Yeah, there's 2 big radishes. So.
Yeah, these are great sizes. They're radishes are not for the weary. Some people don't like them, they taste very earthy, but they're delicious. And especially with a little bit of lime and some salt. At home, I love to saute them with butter because it gives it a whole nother complex, a whole nother flavor. And I actually toss that in with some pasta. You could do that with a nice pasta. So we could do that too. I think this is good.
But you can also just eat them with butter and salt.
Oh, with butter and salt as well. So we're going to just do this, right? We'll mix this up. Speaking of salt, I will grab some salt.
And now I'm going to roll the lime. It's very important so you can get all the juice out. And just going to cut it in quarters.
Put a little salt on that. Maybe even a little pepper too. What do you think?
Yeah.
Squeeze some more lime. And this is a great summery dish too. So now you just want to mix it up with that salt.
And if you want, you can. If you don't finish it all, you can make extra and put it in the refrigerator so it will be nice and cold if you want to eat it another day or something.
And marinate. Since these vegetables are so fresh, they don't break down as fast. And so you can leave them in the refrigerator for a couple days, and like Esme said, get them nice and cold and crisp. And add more salt, add more lime, and just really to flavor. I'll get a little pepper. Add a little bit of pepper to that. Excuse me. Toss that around. And that is a great summer salad. Okay.
And just like that.
Now we're going to do the ratatouille. We'll start with the onion because what you do is you want to sweat that onion a little bit to get out a lot of the heaviness of the onion, and it gives it that flavor. So you incorporate that onion with the olive oil. So we'll do this with the olive oil.
And what kind of onion is that?
Well, this is actually a white onion. There are sweet onions, there are red onions, green onions. You can really use green onions, green and red onions. The more color that's in there, it's heartier flavor. It's a heavier flavor. This is a little more mild, but then there are the sweet Vidalia onions that have a very sweet flavor to them. They're sort of yellow looking, but a different. We go on for days with onions. There's Cipollina onions from Italy.
So white onions specifically, usually like the enzymes usually make like people cry and stuff. So if you don't like that, then you can usually like light a candle.
Yeah, if you put a little votive candle next to, if onions aren't your thing and you can't actually, it makes you cry, you can put on some shield glasses.
Yeah.
Or you can light a little votive candle that's a non-flavored candle on the side. And that kind of breaks up the enzymes in the air, and so that actually helps with, so you don't cry. So I went into this, I cut this onion in half by the core. I cut it in half this way. I went through and did 3 slices, 1, 2, and then 3. And then I'm gonna go this way. So this is how an easy dice. This is an easy, fast dice. Because you want all your vegetables around the same size.
Would you like me to go check on the bread?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and start with that. And like I said again, don't waste anything.
It looks like it needs a little bit more time.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so we've got the onions going. You feel that on your eyes?
Yeah.
A little
Can
bit.
I chop the bell peppers?
A little bit. All right, so we've got the onions on. They'll take a few minutes. We have now the bell peppers. We'll do these next, and I'm going to show you how to cut that bell pepper the easiest way. So if you go ahead and cut down the side, and it kind of takes out that rib. If you can get, the first cut's very little, you have to watch, but if you can cut down that side, there's a term, julienne, which is when you take these, take out the rib, and then I'm not going to do, I'll show you a julienne cut. That's a julienne cut. Actually a little bit thinner than that, maybe. So that's a julienne cut. But this is actually going to be diced. So we're going to do the dicing like this.
Would you like me to grab the bread?
Yes, please. Thank you. So we'll chop these up.
If you don't finish all of your ingredients, you can, especially the onion, you can just wrap it up with saran wrap or plastic wrap. And, well, this is just for the onion, not for the other vegetables. Well, not for the tomato, but like for like the bell pepper and the squash. You can just wrap it up with saran wrap and put it in like your crisper or just the refrigerator. Well, the little drawer in your refrigerator. I think it's called a crisper. Is it called a crisper?
Well, and I have to tell you, I learned a little fact that when you have vegetables that have seeds, you want to put them together. And so when you have vegetables that don't have seeds, you want to separate them. And the
Wait.
reason why, because the seeds actually tend to ripen all the other vegetables faster. So tomatoes, if you see like this tomato again, like I said, it wasn't pretty. Tomatoes never go in the refrigerator if they're not cut. Leave them out. But what you want to do is turn it side down. So if this was a whole tomato, you put the side down, and then that keeps it fresh. And I got all kinds of little tricks. I know.
So
Okay, so you want to put that in there?
yeah, now I just made a little rainbow.
Yeah, there's a rainbow. I like it.
Yeah, so my mom always tells me, you always tell me that I always have to have a food in your dishes. Always have a food of every single color. Think about the colors of the rainbow, and you'll have a food. And if you have a food for every single color, then it's a good meal.
Healthy, healthy.
Yeah, then it's nice and healthy and fresh.
Okay. So this looks about finished. It's a little rustic, which is great because it's a rustic French dish. Southern French, the country, they eat this in the country a lot because they have a lot of gardens that do. So you don't want to get that all in there, and then put the nice toasty bread on the side, and there's your meal. Oops, sorry. I did add the basil to it. It's a little soupy, so it's more of a stew, a vegetable stew. And then we have the nice salad on the side.
Should I add some olive oil to that?
Yeah. Do you need garlic? Or you adding this?
Dang it, I forgot to add this.
That's okay, you can add them. Sometimes we forget to add things in. It's okay. We can always add it at the end. As long as things aren't finished, we'll go ahead and chop some of these up. Nice greenery. I was even thinking what this would be is a really good vinaigrette.
Yeah, that'd be delicious.
Add that in there.
Let me see if the water is boiling. Nope.
All right. So there's your ratatouille. We can even do this.
If you want to get fancy with it, you can just do a little bit of a...
You're serving a crowd. There we go. That is the flavors of summer. This one. Let's see, that one's better. Esme, we have all the ingredients that we used from the box, and I went ahead and cooked the pasta. We're going to go ahead and add that together. And I think we need a little bit more olive oil in here.
Just to give it more sauce.
Yeah. Give it some more saucy.
And I think that we need to add a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt. Okay. But we salted the water, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean just to the vegetables.
Got it. All right. Now we have our bowl. Let's go ahead and
And make sure to get all the veggies you can into it.
oh yeah. And we'll get some Parmesan cheese to sprinkle on top.
And a little bit of basil to garnish.
Okay, you get the basil and I'll get the
Parmesan?
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Sounds like a team effort.
So right now I'm just trying to find the perfect sprig of basil, and I found this one. It's kind of small, but still it's gonna look good and taste good. Or this one works too.
Got a little bit of Parmesan. I'm going to
Which
go ahead and add
which
that.
sprig of basil do you think?
Oh, I think they both look good.
Why didn't I put the
You never have enough basil.
And the dish is done. Super simple, super easy, just
And
good-
super healthy.
and super good.
And super local. Thank you for having us, and if you have any questions, please let us know at Fresh Chefs. We'd be happy to answer anything or guide you in any direction that you need. And again, the box, there's a lovely vegetable mixture, and we'll be coming up with some good recipes. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Bye.